I'm back with another video. So let's just say that. So, as far as like outside and personal struggles in my life and everything, I've been working through those things with a counselor and praying to God and, just helping myself in the best way that I can. And, it is, what time is it right now? 7:47. It's Sunday, November 5th, and we're getting ready for church. As you can see, we're ready. And, church starts at 9. I'll probably leave here in a couple minutes because it's like 40 minutes away. But overall, just been working through some things in my personal life. Just really just trying to stay updated with my mental and really just take care of myself and make sure that I'm doing the right things for myself. Been taking care of myself, been doing good things for myself. Really just trying to stay busy as much as I can. But yeah. And I will say it's been a good, solid 3 weeks now for me. 3 weeks ago I caught some momentum and I've been quite a little bit happier, just taking time to myself, really just trying to work through some things and really just strengthen my mental, but also grow my relationship with God. That's like the biggest thing in my life. Like I'll give God the credit and all the glory at my highest, and and I'll come to Him in my lows as well. But yeah, man, 3 weeks ago, caught some momentum, started building myself back up, and everything has been good. Sports have been treating me well. Life has been treating me a little bit better. And God is helping me grow in the best way that He can, and He's shaping me and molding me into the person that He needs me to be. Yeah, man. I mean, things have been good. Things have been looking up, and life has been a lot better. And I can't thank God enough for that. I was at a low point, and I hit rock bottom, but I'm back, and this is a daily of what I'm going to do throughout the day. I'm going to show you guys the church. I won't be able to take you guys into mass, but I'll show you the church that I go to, and I'll be going with one of my friends as well and my teammates. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. So, right now, I'm going to go pick up one of my teammates right now, and don't record and drive, by the way. Don't be like me, but yeah, I'm gonna go pick up one of my teammates. His name's Sam. He's gonna come with me to church, and you know, uh, the church I'm going to is a church called Prairie Lakes. It's in Decorah, Iowa. I started going there like 2 weeks ago. Anyways, yeah, started going to this church like 2 weeks ago. It's been pretty good, and overall, man, like I'm just really just trying to keep church as a constant in my life and just go like every Sunday. And like this church has been really good. Like a person that I knew really got me particular of churches, and I really do pay attention to the sermons and what people are saying. So I have really taken it upon myself to make sure that I'm growing and being in that same stage with God, because like at the end of the day, like everything else comes and goes, but God will always be there no matter what. So that's the number one thing I'm really focusing on, and really just trying to keep a big focus on is God. I'm about to pick up Sam right now, and you guys will get a first glance at him and see him. So y'all are gonna meet Sam right now. This is my boy Sam. Look at this guy. Say what's up, Sam.
Yo, what's up?
So we about to go to church right now. All right, so we just got wrapped up with church. So it's really nice, and overall service was really good. Got right here with my boy Sam. So overall the sermon was really good, and they're undergoing some renovations right now and stuff. But other than that, like they're gonna have online service, which I'll be sticking to every Sunday until they reopen back up. But overall, man, it's been a really, really good time for me to find a new church, find a new home. And, this has been a really good church for me as of lately. And, I love the pastor. I love how much the community is involved in the church. And, this has been just a great place for me mentally, and just overall just growing relation and community with God and with other people around me. So it's been really good, man. So now we're at Culver's. It's like a Midwestern In-N-Out, if I could say it best.
I tried the food. It's not that bad. It's okay. In-N-Out still better in my opinion. But me and Sam got a free cone. I got these chips from when I came here, so just getting a free cone, getting a free treat, and then after church, feeling pretty good, feeling great. It's a good start to the week, and just to continuously build some more momentum and stuff. So, just trying to keep that momentum going and just keep moving forward. Focus on right here, right now, because tomorrow is not promised. So just try to live in every single moment. And yeah.
All right, so for some of y'all that don't know, come here. So this is my dog, Ozzy. Come here. So, some news for y'all. I got a dog. This is my son, Ozzy. Say what's up to the camera, boy. You got anything to say? Little ASMR for y'all. Don't try to chew the mic, yo. But this is my son. His name's Osmosis Jones. Call him Ozzy or Oz for short. He's a 11-week-old Australian Shepherd and Terrier mix. He's getting pretty big. I got him last week. I think it was like the 29th or something like that. It was last Sunday. But either way, he is my kid, and this is my son. So, I'm looking out for him like any good father would. He's actually growing pretty well. He's getting really confident. And, he's doing really good around his surroundings. He came from a farmland, and he was used to the farm life, and he wasn't really used to the city and people, or let alone a college dorm. But he's coming along really well. He's doing really good, and, he's pretty big. His paws, look at his paws, man. His paws are huge, especially since he's still a kid. And, been taking care of him. And realistically, he's been taking care of me. I just take him out, feed him and everything. But this is my emotional support animal. So he's doing a really good job of being there for me. And, he's been phenomenal helping me keep my head up. So shout out to Ozzy, man. My boy Osborne. Oz. I still want to be able to share my message with y'all from church and stuff. I feel like it would be really rejuvenating for some of y'all to hear. But, yeah, man. Just wanted y'all to meet my son, Oz.
Like I was saying, though, the church that I went to yesterday in Decorah, really good. Really big energizer for me. It's been really revitalizing, and it's been really good, and I think the message that I heard yesterday was really intriguing, and it really taught me a lot about hey boy, hey. It really taught me a lot just about patience, but also just about loving one another in community. The basis of it was talking about be unified around love for God and love for others. And, love is misunderstood. And then it talked about the 4 words of love: storge, phileo, eros, agape, which are also in the Bible. It quoted 1 John 4:8. 1 John 4:8 states, "Everyone who loves has been born of God and knows God. Whoever does not know love does not know God, because God is love." That was a good way to start it off, and just talk about love, man. And then it started going into 1 Corinthians 13. So, if I speak in the tongues of men or of angels, but do not have love, I am only a resounding gong or a clanging cymbal. If I have the gift of prophecy and can fathom all mysteries and knowledge, and if I have faith that can move mountains, but do not have love, I am nothing. If I give all I possess to the poor and give over my body to hardship that may boast, but do not have love, I gain nothing. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy, and it does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not always easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, and always preserves. Love never fails, but there are prophecies, they will cease. Where there are tongues, they will be stilled. Where there is knowledge, it will pass away. For we know in part and prophecy in part, but when completeness comes and what is in part disappears. An example of this, goes back to our early days as kids. When I was a child, I talked like a child, I thought like a child, and I reasoned like a child. When I became a man, I put the ways of childhood behind me, for now we only see a reflection as a mirror. Then we shall see face to face. Now I know in part, Then I shall know fully, even as I am fully known. And for now, these three remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love. And, it was really good to hear that. I think just being able to understand and really embrace and know how to love, even despite, like, any moment you can be frustrated, and not want to give love. It's very crucial that you show love in those moments, because that's what God is. God is love. And, like, our culture likes to cheapen love, and it likes to single themselves out, basically. Like, it's primarily just a feeling and an agreement of approval, and it's tolerated. And a lot of times we often see ourselves in an absence of conflict, so meaning that we'd rather much just take the easy way out than actually defend or fight our battle that we need to fight. And love requires forgiveness through conflict. Like, if you truly love one another, then you should have no problem being able to forgive one another despite any sort of conflict that may come your way. When Christians don't live together, unified around loving God and each other, we rob the world of a clear picture of God's love and what it's actually supposed to look like. And when we do love one another well, we paint a picture of God being together in his kingdom. And a big example of this is it's a golden rule, John 13:34 through 35. A new command I give to you, that you love one another just as I have loved you. You also are to love one another. But by this all people will know that you are my disciples, if you have love for one another. So essentially, serving God in the best way that we can is by loving one another, even through conflict or even through any misconception. Like, like, to love is to be of God, and that is the golden rule. Treat others the way God has loved us, and love like Jesus has loved us as well. And Jesus says to treat others the way I treat you and love you. He's forgiven us, and he loves us. He loves others the way Christ has loved you. And another verse, John 17:20 through 23. So my prayer is not for them alone. I pray for all those who will believe in me through their message, that all of them may be one. Father, just as you are in me and I am in you, may they also be in us, so that the world may believe that you have sent me. And I have given them glory that you gave me, and that they may be one as we were one. I and them, and you and me, so that they may be brought to complete unity. Then the world will know that you sent me and have loved them even as you have loved me. So, keeping the basis on love, keeping the basis on giving each other forgiveness and loving each other through any sort of obstacle and adversity. And know that his love dwells in us. Like, Jesus doesn't pray that we have perfect lives. He prays that we would all be unified around love and love each other as well. Disagreements and conflicts within the church are inevitable, but division is a choice. So, meaning, like, if you try to divide yourself away from the crowd, away from people that truly care about you and love you, then you're only hurting yourself. That's not what God wants. God wants you to be in unity. He wants you to be around people that you love. Don't divide yourself, because then you're only setting yourself back and selling yourself short. This is when you're at your most vulnerable, because you're letting the enemy get a chance to into your head, and then you start thinking all these things. So be aware of when you start dividing yourself, and when you feel like you don't want to be around people. Like, oftentimes, like, yeah, that's fine, but if it becomes a constant and you're like, oh, should I hang out with people today? Should I go spend time with people? Yes, of course, because you can't always just divide yourself away from people that love you. Like, community and love is of God. Like, that is what God wants. So, we divide because we don't talk to each other. We block out everyone who disagrees. Like, you're going to have people that disagree with you. You're going to have people that don't like you or necessarily agree with everything that you're doing. But it's like, man, just because you get a little bit of conflict or a little bit of criticism doesn't mean you should stop being yourself and stop hanging around others in general. At the worst moments and the highs and the lows, like, you have to be around people. conflict is going to be with you wherever you go, and it doesn't matter how tired you are. It doesn't matter like what the topic is. You have to stand your ground, and you have to be able to acknowledge whatever you believe in and be able to speak up for it. So, and it's impossible to divide Christians and divide the Lord. But so as it says in Acts 2 verse 42 through 47, they devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching and to fellowship, to the breaking and of bread and the prayer. Everyone was filled in awe at the many wonders and signs performed by the apostles. All the believers were together and had everything in common. They sold property and possessions to give to anyone who had need. Every day they continued to meet together in the temple courts. They broke their bread in their homes and ate together with glad and sincere hearts, praising God and enjoying the favor of all people. And the Lord added to their number daily those who were being saved. So it says it right here, man. Being in community really helps, and it's like breaking bread and enjoying the moments that you have around people. That's what God wants. He wants you to be around other Christians. He wants you to be around good community. And so, the big question, that was asked in the sermon at church was, how do we live unified and have acts in our life? How do we apply Acts verses 2:42 through 47? And the best ways that they explained it was praying and worshiping, and carrying one another's burdens, and being able to bless others who are in need, and show up when people need you, like carrying one another's burdens, and in Galatians 6, chapter 6 verse 2, it says, bless others who are in need, show up when people need you, and share life together. And those are the three ways that you can be unified. And when we don't get together as Christians, we rob the world of love and building Christian community. So if someone followed you around for a week and observed everything you do, would you be guilty of not fulfilling the love of Christ? Would you be guilty of not being in community, not loving, not being around the right people? Think about that to yourself. Choose love, not division. Choose to be around people that you love. Choose to be around people that truly, genuinely care about you. Choose to stay in contact with people that take care of you and that love you for who you are. Division will only stray you away from God, and it will only push you back and leave you more vulnerable to the enemy.